Hey, it's Oliver,
And Luca.
and today we're joined with Jake,
Hello.
and today we're going to be talking about the future of gaming. So, the future of gaming is a huge topic because it could go from so many different points of view. There are tons and tons and tons of consoles or games or anything, and honestly, we kind of want to know what the future is going to look like.
It's really hard to tell because there's a huge amount, like you could guess. Like we don't know what the pricing, if
Pricing?
Sony pricing, yeah, every
That's
single
true.
year
Who
it
knows? It
becomes
could be
higher
more
and higher.
expensive, yeah.
And
$1,000
it will be more expensive for
PlayStation
sure.
console.
Yeah.
Also, we don't know if there'll be a new PlayStation. They may we don't know. They may start working on something else because they're making a new VR headset. Maybe they're gonna start pulling an Oculus and make a VR headset that doesn't need a console or a PC.
Yeah, who knows?
Heck, who even knows they're even gonna do like consoles anymore? Like they could just
Yeah.
do VR the entire time. Like
To be honest,
Well, VR
like,
is
It is
amazing.
probably the future. VR is definitely more future than probably PCs or consoles, but who knows actually because
Well,
They
I
may still be
feel
around.
companies are going to start doing more stuff to do with augmented reality. If you don't know what augmented reality is where they take real life and the virtual world and they mix it together to make something neat. Like on your phone actually has AR.
if you basically just look at a Snapchat, for instance, if you look at any of those face filters or anything, that's AR. It's
or you
anything
could
to
put a
have to do with the
dinosaur
real
in
life.
front of your house.
Exactly, stuff like
I was
that.
about to mention that, yeah.
Exactly.
There's
Tons of things.
Exactly, there's tons of things. Actually, one thing I wanted to say is, what about PCs and consoles? The thing is, PCs are obviously much more powerful than consoles because consoles can't keep up. Because if they did, then they'd have to make a new console every couple of weeks with new technology coming out. While people with PCs can interchange parts in their PC.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I bet that most probably what they're gonna do is that they're just gonna make consoles, but they're similar to PCs in a sense where you can switch their graphics card
Yeah.
or something to keep up
They're
to date. and everything.
they're already starting to have keyboards and actually already do have keyboards and for you to play.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of interesting things with the consoles now, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more future stuff. I mean, PlayStation definitely is going in a good direction here where they can also have the VR with that as well. But honestly,
I
who
just
knows?
hope their new VR headset is better than the one they have
Yeah,
currently.
it would be. Hopefully it has 6 degrees of rotation, just like the Oculus instead
If
of
it
2.
doesn't, I suggested buying an Oculus
Yeah, it
since
would- it
Oculus
would
is
make more
going to
sense.
be way cheaper, trust me,
Exactly.
and has a way better library.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll just pull a full Ready Player One and just make an entire dimension that you can just use on a
Well,
complete separate
Oculus is
Actually,
already
headset.
doing
speaking of that, exactly, Oculus is making something called Horizons. Horizons is sort of like a Rec Room and Ready Player One type of world.
It's pretty interesting. It's right now in beta. Only certain people can test it out. It hasn't even been completely released, but it's supposed
Yeah.
to basically, if you've ever seen the movie Ready Player One, which I do suggest watching, it's
Great
a great
movie.
game. Great game. It's not a game.
It's not a
sorry.
game.
It's a movie. It's
There's
a
a
great
game in the
movie.
movie, but it's not an actual
It
game.
is a game and a movie, but it's a great movie, and it's kind of going to be like that. But honestly, if you look in that movie, you'll notice it not really. It's not really much of a spoiler, but if you kind of I'm sure you've heard of this kind of stuff before, where they've got these treadmills where you can infinitely walk in VR, or you've got these suits where people touch you in VR and you can feel it. That's what they have in the movie. And they're already starting to develop, that treadmill, for instance. They already have a couple of these prototypes. Different companies have been making these treadmills. This touch suit, not 100% yet. I'm sure somebody's working on it, but I haven't.
Oh no,
really
I've seen
anything
touch suits. I've seen
They're
people actually
making it,
use
yeah.
them.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
It's I think it's even out right now. Everyone can buy it.
No, it's not out. They're making it. They're working hard, and honestly, it's really cool with everything being made. There's actually a huge amount going into virtual reality, making it much more interactive and much more into a real world.
Exactly, yeah. So, honestly, for me anyway, I'd feel some kind of obviously a more powerful VR would probably be like more into the future. Like I don't know how far. Like who knows? Probably in like I don't know,
Couple of years
like
even.
in 100 years, it's gonna be the
Not
weirdest thing
even
that we
in
don't
a
even know
couple
what it
of
is.
in a couple of years. It's advancing so much.
is.
Like
It
since
is very
2000 to 2021, it's
Yeah.
just grown so much from being a little nothing that most people don't care about to something everyone is thinking about.
Yeah,
It's in
very
hospitals,
interesting.
schools, and it's starting to become everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of VR stuff going on now. You know what? This would be really funny if this was the future of gaming, but Tesla's now putting like gaming consoles in their new cars. Who knows?
It-
Maybe people are gonna be playing that in the future.
Tesla console confirmed.
Yup. It's kind of strange, but
That would be pretty
who knows?
interesting.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Who knows?
But yeah, we could go on and on about consoles or VR or anything like that.
even
But what
games,
about
a
like
lo-
the genre of type of games and everything like that? Like
Yeah.
what's gonna
Yeah, like
what's
right
that
now,
gonna be?
battle royales are huge.
Yeah, there's battle royales, mostly FPS type games and everything like that. Like what else is there
I
gonna be?
think
Is it just gonna be like
open-
sandbox type games? Is it gonna be like
Yeah, I feel like
don't know.
open world games are
Yeah,
going
I
to
think
become
so,
a
too.
lot more popular.
Just like in Ready Player One, like where it's an entire world inside of the real world, you know? Like I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be stuff like that where it's gonna be extremely popular. As soon as Facebook Horizon comes out, that's probably gonna be pretty big, I'm sure. It's already got a
Actually,
lot of hype.
also, Star Wars is actually making an open, like just an open world campaign game. Like,
They already have one.
oh, well, they're making another one.
Well,
which
it's like
is,
somewhat open
multiplayer.
Yeah.
It is open world. It's gonna be apparently it's gonna be an open world game that you can just kind of venture around and do what you want. It's so a lot of companies seem to be starting to do that.
I think there's going to be a lot of interesting things, especially for VR that they're going to come out. Like, they're probably going to come out with, like, a Star
Yeah.
Wars type game. That you can just, like, free
They already
roam
have.
everywhere and stuff like that. Like, go to different planets and everything. That would be super cool. Or, like, even, like, a Marvel game or, like, a Harry Potter one.
You
Anything
see, what
to
we
your
need
desire.
is Marvel. We need a collab with Oculus
They-
and Marvel, man. Like,
They
need to
need
do that.
Oculus. The problem is there's a lot of VR games that actually Oculus Quest has a really limited library because of how powerful the Oculus Quest can be
It's got so much
because
bigger.
it runs off of your phone.
It got
like
so much
this-
bigger than library now. But yes, it is.
I know it still doesn't have like there's Marvel VR games like there's Iron Man on PlayStation and Steam,
They
but
need
you
that.
can't.
Like Oculus really makes very, very, very good games. It's equivalent to like Sony when they come out with, let's say, any of their games, like the Spider-Man. Like Oculus pays really good attention to detail with that, and I'm sure if they did a collab with Marvel, they could literally do Spider-Man in VR or another type of Iron Man, or just move over the Iron Man VR into Oculus. But personally, I think if in VR right now, Oculus is definitely way ahead of the whole game, and they're really advancing to the future fast.
Yeah, it's very cool. Actually, something I mentioned earlier is the pricing of all this, because it may be super advanced, like they already have, like I said earlier, there's AR VR glasses, but they cost like a couple $1,000s, and if that cost like a couple thousand, are these like PCs, consoles, and future things going to cost
Right.
us in the future? Because right now, every like new console it costs a little bit more, and now, actually, a big thing is will they continue doing disc versions and digital versions, or are they going to go completely digital?
I'm sure
which
they're gonna go
actually might have
completely
effect with stores like EB Games and
Yeah, that's true.
GameStop.
Even though the
which already
GameStop
having
stocks, I mean, sorry, I'm so used to saying stonks. But if those are up right now, they're most probably going to go down if everyone
Yeah.
just decides to go digital. So
For sure.
Well, if it goes digital, then they really don't have a source. Since the majority of those stores are just completely games.
Yeah.
And it'll just become like a sort of pawn shop just selling old games for older consoles.
Right.
A lot of, with things like the PlayStation Store at this point, you don't even need to go anywhere. You have it there. The only advantage getting a physical disc is usually you can get a certain amount off on the game, like it usually gives you can find like not a debate, like a
discount.
like a discount. Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's true. They have I mean, honestly, it really depends. It could go so many ways, but I don't know. There's so many options. We could talk about this for days. Like,
Yeah,
who knows
to be
what's
honest,
gonna
the future
happen.
of gaming, depending on how far in the future you'll go, like if you go 10 years, maybe not much might change. Go 100 years, maybe we'll be playing PS10 in like a car or something, or a flying car.
I doubt there'll
depending.
be PS10 since it's been like 5 years and we just got the PS5.
Well, you never
Okay.
know, but yeah. But like,
never
or
know.
maybe you'll be like, instead of like on a monitor for like, or like on a TV or anything, it's like a hologram. Sort of like
Yeah, they actually have
projection.
VR they have VR goggles that instead of having a physical screen, they now just have VR goggles for it that you can play like regular games on.
I think honestly though, I think a big part of the future is probably going to be a VR and AR mix kind of thing. And I'm sure that once people figure out how to really do stuff with holograms and stuff, I'm sure that's going to be very big. Like somebody's going to figure something else with holograms, and there's going to be really interesting stuff happening, I'm sure.
You know what? We'll just have to see.
I think we'll just have
The
to see.
future. We just have to wait. I think that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And, yeah.
Make sure to like and
What?
subscribe.
Make sure to like it. Yeah, exactly. It's really helps us out. And, yeah. Also, if you guys have a theory on what's going to happen in the future of gaming, make sure to go say it down in the comments so we can hear what you guys think about this. We really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys later.
See you guys.